Yes, you read that title correctly. Now, don't get me wrong. Us more melanated people do have an advantage when it comes to aging slower, but I feel like we get a little too cocky because we don't even talk about the other side of it or don't know that we are more prone to oily or dry skin, hyperpigmentation and like unevenness and dark spots, ingrown hairs for us fellas, and for some reason, a lot of us feel like we don't need to wear sunscreen. And I have no idea what that's about. And not to say if you're not a person of color that you don't deal with any of these. We're just more prone. So if any of these things apply to you, no matter what you look like, we're gonna go over some possible solutions if you're willing to do the work.
Ooh, I'm a pretty man. Ooh, that's that ugly style.
Okay, first things first, let's talk hydration. If you have more pigment to your complexion, you're gonna be either more prone to oily skin or dry skin. It might even change depending on season. Now the issue is the wrong lotions or oils are gonna break you out in pimples or blackheads, and the wrong toner or astringent can really dry you out, right? So what do? I know Auntie and them just say put on some cocoa butter and you're gonna be okay, but that's like the equivalent of just using ginger ale anytime you feel sick. And yes, it's tradition, but it doesn't work for everybody. But the one thing that does work, no matter who you are or how great or bad your skin is experimenting to figure out what works for you. Now, some good rules of thumb are: 1, get yourself a lightweight moisturizer that isn't too heavy. Make sure it has some good natural ingredients in there, and find whatever your preferred balance is between moisturized but not too greasy or shiny. And while we're on the subject of moisturizing, we gotta use sunscreen, fellas, please. Yes, the darker your skin, the more protection you have from UV rays. But what we don't talk about is how the sun directly being on your skin can cause skin discoloration, uneven skin tone, and even worse, skin cancer. But the challenge with most sunscreens, and for some of the fellas watching right now know, if you put it on dark skin, it gets that like chalky or like grayish look that just makes you look like a ghost. It's terrible. And the only one that's really worked for me super well is Geology. It's both a moisturizer with SPF in there to fight the sun that doesn't leave you looking gray. If you know this channel, you know I've been using the Geology skincare system for like 2 years now. Before they ever sponsored this video or this channel, I was already a fan and a customer. It comes with face wash, a morning moisturizer, evening moisturizer, and an under eye cream. And the best part is all that experimenting I was talking about earlier, you don't have to do it now because they make a custom regimen for whatever you're dealing with. It's a super simple consultation process. You can even send them photos of your face to show them exactly what you want to work on, and they'll help you get there the easy way. For me personally, I'm genetically prone to really dark under eyes. I tend to have very oily, shiny skin. As you can see, I'm not really shiny right now. I got my Geology moisturizer on as we speak. So if you want to try out Geology for yourself, use my code DEVAN30X2 for 30% off your first 2 orders with Geology. And like I always tell y'all, that code does not get me paid. It just saves you money. Next up, we have ingrown hairs. If you have any type of curl or coarseness to your hair, chances are you have dealt with one or many of these. And this is caused when you shave either too low or at the wrong angle and your hair grows and curls under into your skin and creates bumps as opposed to coming out like it's supposed to. Now, some great ways to fight against this at the source is to find the right razor and to shave the right way. If you guys know this channel, you guys know I use Gillette Skin Guard as far as on my cheeks, especially because you know I keep my beard long. Before that, I used a safety razor. And these are both great options that are really gentle on the skin, that are less likely to cause ingrown hairs, especially if you shave with the grain. Another option could be just to grow your facial hair out, especially if you have a healthy beard. For me, I keep my neck beard. As you notice, I don't really trim my neck or do the whole line up here. It's not worth the irritation for me. I haven't been able to find a solution outside of a permanent one and more expensive one, which is laser treatment. That's another one that's a little bit more extreme. And yes, it's a lot more expensive, but I've definitely seen a lot of success stories when it comes to removing hair, especially if you're more prone to ingrown. Now, last but not least on this list, and the most annoying thing about skincare for melanated skin, in my opinion, is dark spots. The one thing that I want more than anything else in this world of skincare is an even skin tone, like a real one, not makeup. If you're a guy who likes to wear makeup, not judging you, I'm just not getting down like that. I would rather fix my actual skin. But if you are a melanated person, a person of color, you understand that even the smallest pimple, a light rash, a baby breakout, those scars can turn to dark spots that will be there for months. It can even be just your glasses, bro, on your face, sitting there for a while, causing those dark marks here or behind your ears or back here Tell me I'm lying. You might even get them on the side of your head. That's wild to me. So because it grinds my gear so much, I have found some solutions. One, exfoliating. If you don't scrub your face with some type of face scrub, find one that you like, that works for you, and do it once to twice a week, okay? Your skin's always regenerating. You're always shedding skin and growing more skin, but exfoliating helps get rid of that dead skin. It helps get rid of those dark marks just a little bit faster. Now, one thing you want to be super careful with though is when it comes to the chemicals, right? I feel like there's a lot of brightening and lightening creams out there, so just make sure to avoid anything with any mercury or heavy metals in it. A safer option is retinol, and I would say a cream over a gel because creams tend to be less harsh. That'll help your acne, it'll help fight inflammation, and then after inflammation goes down, the scarring that occurs will be decreased as well. So the hyperpigmentation, those dark spots, you'll see those start to fade. And if you're more prone to dark under eyes like I am genetically, or maybe you don't get enough sleep or whatever, make sure you get yourself an under eye cream with caffeine and or hyaluronic acid. And I know that sounds super scary, hyaluronic acid, but actually every human produces that in their body already. It's totally natural, so don't worry about that. But those things in your under eye cream brighten those things up naturally without going overboard. So before I get out of here, drop a comment right now on which one of these tips stuck out to you the most. What will you do more research on yourself? And what do you hope to accomplish with your skincare? And if you want to learn more about men's fashion, grooming, outfits, underrated sneakers, all that type of stuff, this is definitely the channel you want to be on. So hit that bell icon as well. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.